Young nigga about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Young nigga about that paper. Young nigga about that paper. Young nigga about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yeah. True man, I'm free. I wake up a new episode. I pop out clean as can be up a level though. She talk to me like I'm not me. I get it though. Yeah. I'm so eclectic, got me to the credits roll. Talk down to me, they might have to send medical. I'm out the league, I'm OD, they pathetic though. Look how I move, I'm protected. Shawty so swoon in my presence. The world going through it outside, they unruly, but I keep it cool, they can't press me. I keep it pure with intention. They see what I'm on, ain't no vixen. I might slide through with that top down. I keep it tuned with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid, I don't see a thing about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Young nigga about that paper. Young nigga about that paper. Young nigga about that paper. Hop on the jet, had to switch to the coast. One of a kind, I've been playing that role. They pay me to play me, I needed it for. It's real if I said I meant what I spoke. I'm legend, it's written, I shake up the city. Spin block till I'm dizzy, won't ever go broke. I'm chose, I must like do it a top down. I keep in tune with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid. I don't see a thing about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Young nigga about that paper. Young nigga about that paper. Young nigga about that paper. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Can't ground me, I know this since when I had less. Look at how far we progress. Lord, I don't see a threat.
Welcome to the stream. Ringo TV reactions. You know, I want to have a conversation with you guys. And pretty much it's about the Epstein Files. It seems to be a lot of talk on social media about the Epstein Files. Why all the talk, but no accountability? Now, if any of you actually look through the files, it's disgusting. There's a lot of stuff. Bodies, kids. We hear all of these talks about names. Everybody's talking about it all over social media. But no accountability. Nobody's being punished. Nobody's going to prison. We hear of Clinton. We hear of this one. We hear of that one. All these mentions. But nobody's being punished. We're all being distracted. We're all being distracted from our lives. And I want you to know that. Is it time to move on? Or do we stay in the matrix, allowing the mainstream media to keep on with the propaganda news? I mean, think about this, guys. Epstein is supposed to be dead, right? So if he's dead, what is the point? If he's dead, what are we talking for? A lot of you are anti-Trump. I get it. You know, you have your opinions at the same time. There's a lot of names that are listed in the Epstein Files. What does that mean? Names? Okay. How about prison time? Is anybody going to jail? Is anybody going to get locked up? If not, we need to move on. We're wasting our time. I see people all over social media that are talking about the Epstein Files. And I'm like, look, the Epstein Files have been publicly shared. You could literally go online and look through this mess. A lot of it is horrible, and it's just a bunch of mess and poison, stuff that I don't even want in my thoughts. If the man who orchestrated all of these things is dead, why are we still talking about Epstein Files? And if the powers that be got these files, where's the accountability? What are we waiting for? Yeah, it seems like they only want Trump. That's the point that I'm trying to make too. It seems like everybody just want to focus on Trump. There's a lot of names that are listed, a lot of people who interacted with Epstein. You know, a lot of this stuff that Epstein was into was blood sacrifices and rituals too. A lot of that stuff is sick. And again, this thing goes back to Hollywood and what a lot of these people had to do for fortune and fame. A lot of these missing kids that been, you know, people have been wondering where these kids are going. A lot of these kids may have allegedly been taken in by Epstein for blood sacrifices. If I'm correct, I believe you had Oprah and a lot of names, man. A lot of people. Okay. What's next? What's the next step? Because I'm tired of hearing about this stuff. I'm tired of everybody focusing on Epstein Files. And nobody's being held accountable. They're just waiting for Trump. You know. That's what they're waiting for. I don't get it. Am I the only one who noticed this? Am I the only one who recognized that we're being distracted by the media? Even YouTubers. Now, if you study my platform, and if you see me jump out of the blue, I'm hearing some feedback sound in my headphones. I don't know what the heck it is. So just in case you see me go like that, it's because something loud went through my headphones. A lot of influencers are doing this too, keeping us dumbed down, keeping us distracted. I want accountability. That's what I want. I want to see if anybody had any involvement with kids dying, kids being sexually violated. I want to see those people brought to justice now. I don't want to keep hearing this conversation on social media every day. I'm tired of hearing this. You know, shout out to Zats. I see you in the building, Zato. Salute to everybody coming in. Those of you that are on the vertical live, please double tap the screen to give it a thumbs up. Shout out to James for the $20 support. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Says, hope all is well with you and the family. We're getting through. You know, one day at a time. You know, everything is not perfect. But we're getting through. Trying to remain positive. At the same time, I still got to do my job. Right? Still got to show up. The Epstein Files. Did anybody actually go look at it? Did anybody, with a show of one, have any of you actually taken the time? It's a lot. It's too much. It's sick. Are they trying to disgust our minds? Are they trying to fill us with negativity? Because I can't look at that stuff. This stuff is sick. You know? My wife and my daughter was actually looking through and studying the Epstein files and reading up on a lot of different things, and they would come back and show me more stuff, and I'm like, look, this stuff is sick. Why nobody's being held accountable yet? And see, a lot of us, we're in a game, we're in a rat race. Like, you have the left, you have the right, and we're arguing on social media on who's better, and we're playing this little game, and the people who hate Trump, they want Trump to go down for something. But if that's the case, could we let everybody else go down too? Or is this just a witch hunt for Trump? They tried with the video that was released out there. Everybody was blaming Trump. That was not Trump's video. If you watch my live streams, I broke down the whole situation. That was somebody that was screen recording something, and then the video switched and it showed that video clip, and everybody said Trump did that. Trump didn't even do anything. But they used that to further destroy Trump's name. You know? And it's just sick, man. Absolutely sick how people are looking for everything in their power to come at Trump. And now we're back to the Epstein files again. Have anybody been arrested? Will anybody be arrested? These victims of Epstein that have been on news programs and been interviewed. Okay, Epstein is dead. What is your purpose? I just want to see somebody get held accountable. You know? And you know, if you look at the Vertical Live, people are like, brother, you still back in Trump. You should be ashamed. I don't even know why these people keep telling me I should be ashamed. I'm back in America. You focusing on Trump. I'm American. I don't know about you, but I'm American. Maybe you're not. Maybe a lot of the people that show up to these shows that are so anti-Trump, maybe they're just not American. That's probably what it is. Because if you're American, you stand for America. Period. Anybody that is American and you're not standing for America is an enemy to America. Regardless, what is your political affiliation? If you're American, you stand for America. See, a lot of you, you come to social media to argue with people. I don't got that kind of time, guys. You know, if you crashed your car and you're on the highway, your car is on fire, and I'm driving by, and I see you in your car burning, and I come out, you know, I'm wearing my hat. Would you rather die, or do you want me to save you? Well, I don't need your help. You support Trump. You're dying. You're burning. Your kids is in the back seat. Your baby is in the car seat. Your legs are crushed. There's no way you're going to save your family and your kids. I'm there. I can save you. I'm trying to. You're upset because I'm wearing a hat? Or do you want me to save your fucking family? I'm telling you, man. This is why the country is divided. Because we allowed propaganda news to turn us against one another. There was a time when Americans cared. There was a time. There was a time when people actually cared about one another. Now, it's all about which political party you represent. I seen a video the other day. If I can pull it up, it'll shock you guys. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Matter of fact, I'll save that for another video. It was disgusting. I'll explain what it was. There's this guy, I don't know his name, right? So my apologies to that guy. He goes around blessing people. Let's just say, I don't know his nationality. I don't know if he's a Spanish guy, Mexican, mixed with white. I don't know. But he goes around blessing people. He always have money. And he goes into restaurants and he give people a tip with a large amount of money, right? And in this particular video clip, he was walking by some store. There was a little girl. He said, I'll give you $100 if you could guess what something is. The little girl failed at sharing her thoughts. She failed. She wasn't able to answer the question properly. He made her try again. And she got close. But he still said, hey, I'll give you 100. First, he was going to give her 500. So I'm telling the story kind of off point, but he wanted to give her 500, but he gave her 100. He put the $100 in her hand. The girl was so excited. She said, thank you, sir. I'm so excited. Wow, $100. Yes, it was about the sticker. Do you know the name of the guy so we could give him proper credit? You know exactly what it is about the sticker. Yes. Do you know the name of the guy? It's Bless. I'm not sure what his name is, but I was disgusted at how the girl's father reacted, because the guy that offered the $100 is, I guess, he's affiliated with a company that does stickers, and the people that do the stickers are Trump supporters. So the guy, pretty much, the father of the girl, was like, the people behind those stickers, they're Trump supporters, right? He's like, yeah. He told his daughter, give him back the $100. Teaching his baby girl racism, hate. And I'm like, wow. The girl was excited about the stickers and excited about winning $100. The father, and with all his hatred for Trump, told his daughter, give back the man the $100 and basically get out of here because you're a Trump supporter. And I'm like, wow. Wow. Absolutely disgusting. Look, to all you people that are in the vertical feed, I really am trying to reach you with common sense. You're posting all of this nonsense about shame on you, Trump hates you, people and you supporting him. I don't hate you, and I don't hate Trump. I'm not a racist like you. And furthermore, if you hate people like me and believe I should be ashamed of something, if that something is being American, then shame on you, because you're the one that's full of hate. If your family is on the road dying and I drive by, are you telling me that you would rather die than I save you? Imagine if we felt this way about the fire department. Imagine how many firemen are Trump supporters. Your house is on fire. You expect them to come through and save you. Hey, firemen, are you a Trump supporter? Yeah. Oh, no. You don't have to put out the fire. Let it burn. Okay, cool. All right. Stay there and die. This is crazy, man. Absolutely sick. A lot of Americans have been brainwashed with nothing but hate. Very hateful, man. Imagine you live around people like this, guys, that are so hateful because you support the president. And they trying to convince me, Trump hates you. Fam, I don't care what you say. I support the president because I'm an American. Maybe if you got up and start to realize that this country is in bad shape and it's because we're divided. We got bigger fish to fry. We got problems in our own personal lives. I'm pretty sure most of you have kids, you have families. Imagine living in a community setting and your next door neighbor is on the liberal left. He find out that you're a Trump supporter. He's upset. I'm upset. Why my neighbor? Man, I tell you, I don't like my neighbor. Why? Oh, he supports Trump. Wow. Your neighbor's a great guy. He's a family man, takes care of his kids. You are the one that's full of hate. I've never seen this before in the history of life, where Americans are divided over which side they on. That's crazy. It's like we got more problems than other countries, but yet we the ones that boast as if though we're the greatest nation. How could we be the greatest nation and we're so divided, man? So full of hate. You know, being that I live in North Carolina, I came down here from New York. I had to learn how to adapt and understand how the natives move in North Carolina. Being that I came from a very fast-paced city, I didn't understand certain things in the South. I had to learn. When you're a New Yorker, you're on edge. You have to be tough. You have to be ready. In the South, it's a little more laid back. People act different. They're not as aggressive. They're not as angry. Do you understand my point? And when I was in New York, it's like when you see cars drive by the neighborhood, you mean mug everybody. You're taught to do that. Who's that car? What is that? Who that on the block? And you just have this mean, aggressive spirit. But in the South, when your neighbors are driving out and they're driving by, you don't supposed to mean mug people. You're supposed to wave your hand. I had to learn that. Because before, I would just ignore people. Just ignore everybody. Just be angry all day. Be mean, hateful. And I had to adapt and learn. There's a time to be friendly. There's a time to be a human. And I found that when I would wave my hand, the neighbor would wave back. And I realized this is how they do things in the South. I had to learn this from other natives in North Carolina. And I had to humble myself and recognize that I was the problem. I was the mean mugging person. I was the one mean mugging people. Because I came down here with an aggressive attitude. And I looked at myself and I was like, damn, I'm thinking everybody else is the enemy. No, I'm the enemy. Do you see my point? I had to realize that. So while you hating Trump all day and then hating anybody else that supports Trump, you became the enemy. Because I'm American. And if you're American, then guess what? We all live here. We're not supposed to be mean mugging one another over a certain person's political affiliation. That's crazy. If I go to the hospital for medical help, I'm not asking, are you a Trump supporter before you operate? Who do you support? You a Democrat? You a liberal? You a conservative? Oh, you a mechanic? Oh, do you support Trump? You don't support Trump? Man, I can't let you work on my car. What kind of world is that? That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, dentist. Yeah, how you doing? Wait a minute, you got a hat on? Hold up, you support Trump? Yeah. I need a root canal. Nah, we can't service you. Now they mad at you. Now he's using all those dental tools to hurt you now. Because he's angry. It's a sick world we live in, bro. Absolutely sick. But this is the world we live in. We still talking about the Epstein Files, and nobody has been charged yet. Nobody. You're worried about Trump all day. You know? People calling me a sellout. How? What did I sell? How did I sell out? I'm a family man. All I do is take care of my kids. That's it. Take care of my wife, take care of my kids. That's all that's on my mind. I thought that's what a man's supposed to do. You know? But it seems as though it's funny to people. Isn't that crazy? In today's day, it's like everybody just want to be hateful and evil. And it's just sick. I can't be like you. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I was a very hateful, evil person, you know, like you, and if it don't apply to you, then, you know, you let it fly. At the same time, I'm pretty sure that if I was evil-hearted like you and hateful, you would like a person like me. Because birds of a feather flock together, but because I'm not hateful like you, you don't know what to do. It's like, it's confusing to you. It's like, damn, here I am name calling him, hating him, but he's not doing none of that stuff back to me. That's because I'm cut from a different cloth. You see, you're the one who have to answer to God for the hate that you have in your heart, not me. Because I don't hate anyone. That's not what I teach my daughters. I mean, you could try to convince me as much as you want about who's a racist, who's a this. I don't walk around this world with a victim mindset. I don't got that type of nonsense going on. You know? Too much hateful people is in the world, and we have to overcome these evil spirits, because a lot of it develops on social media. That's where it really lives. I mean, a lot of times you come here, the crowd's coming, and I get it. A lot of you in the Shorts algorithm, you're new to the platform and all of that other stuff. I mean, look, if you disagree with Trump, then hey, disagree with Trump because of something that's factual. But it seems that in today's day, people just want to hate. And there's no factual things that you're against. It's like they put out propaganda news the other day about a video depicting Barack and Michelle as monkeys. A lot of you ran with that. Trump never posted that. Trump never said, oh, you know what? Let me share this on my social media. No, he did not. I already broke down the whole video. That's why he never apologized, you see. But for whatever reason, it's not enough. You got to blame something. Now, the platform that made that video, how come nobody's talking about them? How come nobody is going to the source platform that made the video and calling that person a racist? Nobody's doing it. Nobody's going to the source platform that made the video. And the video was not racist, by the way. Video was funny. But my thing is, why none of you who hate Trump, how come you didn't go to the source platform? When you look at the video, his social media handle is right in the video. Why nobody haven't gone there yet and call that creator racist? Or even try to get them shut down? Oh, but I guess you can't get them shut down on X because X pretty much let people just do whatever they want. Right? No outcry against the creator of the content. But your focus was Trump. That's hate. What if all of you are being tested What if all of you are being tested right now? Because a lot of you claim you're Christians, you claim you're Bible believers, you claim that you're decent, good-hearted people. But you have hate in your heart for one man. You see him as the devil. That's a lot of hate to carry, guys. We got to do better. See, at the age of 48, there's a lot of things that I've learned in this world. There's a lot of things that I had to change about myself because I'm only hurting others when I have a nasty, bad attitude. It's just not good. It's not healthy. And I try to treat people the way I would like to be treated. And it's difficult because it's like you could be a nice guy, you could be a good guy, you could be the type of person that's friendly, kind, and everything, and people still treat you like trash, you know? And I've learned to just continue to treat them good. In other words, don't stoop low to becoming a monster like them. And it end up hurting them even more. Because it's like, I'm not gonna degrade myself to become like you. You understand? You're supposed to be an American. And you're acting like an enemy of America because of your hatred for one man. America is literally divided right now. There is no way we could be in the greatest nation. There's no way. Because we're not good people. Let's just be honest. Americans are not good people. We're very hateful. And I think this is why we have so much hate for other people in other countries, because we're very arrogant. You know what I'm saying? We're not as great as we think. We're not. We're not a great people. America has fallen because the people, remember, it's not the president, it's the people. If America was great, you would be great. You would be treating your neighbor great. You would be showing more love and compassion and have empathy for others. But it's just not in your blood. It's not. And it's just something that you have to be honest with yourself about and be like, look, you're right. I'm not a good person. I'm very angry. Okay, what's the problem? What deep down inside of you is causing you to hate Trump? What is it? Is it something you personally know, something you experience, something he did to you, or were you poisoned by the propaganda news media? This is why you have to be careful when watching the news, because the news media, man, they do a work on your mind, man, have you confused, man. Absolutely, man. You know? Somebody said America has fallen due to people like me. I disagree, because a man like me, my daily task as a man currently is get up in the morning, take care of my kids, provide, protect, maintain the property. And I do this every day. That's what we're supposed to do as men. So I'm trying to figure out, how has America fallen when I'm doing my job as a man? How has America fallen because of that? My actions is taking care of my responsibilities. What are you doing? Are you taking care of your kids? Are you taking care of your wife? Are you maintaining the property? Are you providing? Because if you're doing that, that's what I do. So, if anything, I'm making America great again. You see, in the Black community, we don't have no fathers in the home. A lot of Black men, they weren't raised with their fathers. I wasn't raised with my father. That's right. I was not raised with my father, guys. My dad was not there. Not because he was a bad guy. No. There's a lot of stuff that went on in the past that I wouldn't even understand because I was young. I know of him. I know where he lived. We communicated. We talked. But he wasn't there. You see the difference? I broke the generational curse. I broke the curse because I'm there for mine. That makes me proud as an American, is that my dad wasn't there, but I'm there for my kids. I gave them something that I didn't have. I never had a father that was there to say, hey, son, I'm proud of you. Never had that. And it's something that a lot of black men struggle with. Some of them are so ashamed, they don't even talk about it. Some of them act like they were raised with their father, especially on social media. Social media is like a place where a lot of people are fake. They be talking a whole lot, but it's not true. And then the ones that were raised with their father, they're some of the most arrogant pricks there is. Because they boast and they try to shame other men. Even in the black community, like, if you're white or Asian, you may not understand this, but in the black community, when you have other black men that was raised with their father, what they do is they tend to use that to shame other black men by saying, you weren't raised with your father. You're soft. You're feminine. You're this, you're that. And they shame you. And you would think like, damn, that's not nothing to shame somebody with. That's not something you shame somebody with. That's cruel. You have a lot of people that was not raised with their father. You have a lot of white guys that was not raised with their fathers. So for me to be a man and I took care of mine, take care of my kids, and I'm there, I've accomplished something that money cannot buy. And that makes me proud. It makes me proud that I did something that a lot of black men don't do. A lot of black men abandon their kids, abandon their wives, and they go into the streets and they live and leave their kids to die. That's not me. So when you call me negative names, it don't mean nothing. What matters to me is what my family thinks of me. What matters to me is the fact that they see the real me, the things that I do. That is what matters to me. Because you don't know me, remember? And see, this is what makes me a better man than you. The fact that I was not raised with my father. But I'm a better man than you. With all the hate that's in your heart. I was taught different. You see, my mom, she was a very good woman. She passed by cancer, you know, and she did everything she can for us. And we had a lot of struggles, a lot of rough times. And it taught me a lot about family, being close. And she was the black sheep in the family. A lot of people didn't like her in the family. And, you know, she struggled with drugs. And, you know, we went many nights without food. Many nights. So I know what the struggle is like. I know what it's like to have nothing. And these stories that I'm sharing with you is just a little bit. And it shaped my character as a man. Now, you may laugh, you may have fun celebrating, but see, the difference between me and you is that I can be honest. You can't. You gotta hide. I don't hide. I speak about things that the viewer can relate to. See, my mom, she was on crack, drugs. And she ended up overcoming drugs, got into church, gave her life to Christ, got cleaned up. She was everybody's mother in the community, loved by everyone. She took care of everybody's kids, fed everybody. Kids used to come over for breakfast, lunch, dinner. When we had cookouts and barbecues, she fed the community. You know, growing up, we were on welfare. Yeah. And when she got that welfare check, that welfare money, she spent everything on food. Not just for us, but to feed other people's kids. That was my mom. She fed everybody's kids. When other people's mothers were on crack and struggling, she would let their kids stay by the house. Those are the type of things that I seen, and I had to learn. Compassion, empathy for others, understand the pain of others. And that shaped my character as a man today. That makes me American. More American than you. And again, my father was not a bad man. He's still alive. He's not a bad man. It was meant to be that way. He served this country in the military. He's an Army vet. It's just a lot. There's a lot to the story. And I'm pretty sure many of you have your own stories. See, the difference, ladies and gentlemen, is that I'm able to share these things. I'm able to be transparent because I'm real. Social media is fake. A lot of you that might comment, you're living a lie because you're not being truthful to yourself and you're blinded by hatred. Maybe you came across this stream and this message was meant for you to see, meant for you to hear. So you can hear what a man sounds like, a man that bare himself before all and is not ashamed. See, some of you say you should be ashamed to wear that hat. You should be ashamed. No, I'm proud. All the nightmares I've been through, all the things I had to live through, I'm proud. I'm proud because I'm still here. I should have been dead and gone a long time ago. Oh yeah, had many encounters with death, and I'm still here. Most of you would have never been able to live during the time that I was coming up. Those of you who remember the crack epidemic in New York, one of the worst times ever. One of the worst times ever, man. But I survived. And now I got 4 girls, a wife, and I'm able to talk to you. And that makes me happy. Because I might not be where I want to be in life right now. But I'm thankful. I'm grateful. And if there's anything that I will be remembered for in this life, it's the fact that I was there for my kids. I was there for my wife. And I spoke the truth to the people. That's what I want them to remember me for. That I was honest, trustworthy, transparent, never sugarcoated. Just earlier today, I was teaching my one of my daughters how to ride a bike, which is kind of crazy because at her age, she should already know how to ride a bike. But, you know, some people are late learners, you know, and I was out there for hours and I was getting frustrated, you know, I was getting frustrated because she wasn't getting it. But then she started to get it. She started to get it. She started to learn. She started to pedal. She started to balance the bike. And I want her to remember the fact that I did that. I didn't give up. I didn't get so frustrated that I said, you know what? I'm going back inside. I'm done. No. I stayed outside. I kept telling her, let's get back on the bike. Get back on the bike. And I kept showing her and showing her and showing her, and she started to ride. She started to get it. She learning. She rode the bike from one corner all the way to the next. And that's the memory she's going to remember for the rest of her life. A memory that I never had with my dad. But you tell me I should be ashamed of myself? No. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm an American. I'm an American dad. And that makes me proud. Now let's get back to the content. Let's get back to the show. Because what I'm trying to show you guys is that we're being distracted by hatred. See, I got things on my plate that I got to deal with that I don't think a lot of you can manage. I got a lot of responsibility. And sometimes, like I said, I wonder why I'm still here. But I still got to manage. The Epstein Files is nothing but a distraction to keep us divided, to keep us arguing, to keep Trump haters fishing for dirt while ignoring the fact that there are many people that are in these Epstein files and yet nobody's being held accountable. If Trump did something wrong, why he's not arrested? Why he haven't gone down yet? If anybody else did anything wrong, why they haven't been charged? So what is the purpose of the Epstein files? To keep us distracted. Come on now. This is why, as a man, you have to know your purpose in life and not allow people to shape who you are and let their words break you. Because that's going to come. People will always come with negativity to break your spirit. I won't give you that power. I got a lot of work to do. I got to accomplish a lot. I got to make sure that my girls have memories with their dad. That's what keeps me alive. That's what keeps me driving. Is that I got to do my job. Just like you got to do your job. We're being distracted from our everyday life. A lot of you haven't accomplished anything because you've been focused on Epstein files and hating Trump all day, that your life is just filled with hatred. Can't you see? And it's just crazy. Some of you live on social media and all you do is argue all day with people that you don't even know. I don't got that kind of energy to waste. Like a lot of you that are here, I appreciate the fact that you stopped by the show and that you, are tuning in. At least I have your ear. At the same time, I'm not here to argue with you. It's a waste of time. If I have a shop and you came in to order a slice of pizza, hopefully it's the pizza that you like. It's not really so much about me. At least the service is what you should enjoy. But now, if somebody supports Trump, well, I'm not buying a pizza. I don't know what kind of world that is, guys, but that's crazy. That's absolutely sick, guys. That's why I just be myself. People that like you will like you. The people that don't, well, hey, it is what it is. You can't help how people been raised. Some people have been raised to hate. And they don't even know why. A lot of you just walk around with a chip on your shoulder all day. And a lot of times it's because of your upbringing. There's a lot of unanswered hurts and pains that you're dealing with. A lot of you are dealing with a lot of trauma from your past as a kid. Maybe your dad wasn't home. Maybe your mama wasn't there. Maybe you were scolded as a child and, unfortunately, it just made you bitter. Something. Maybe you were resented your whole life and nobody loved you. Maybe you never had a hug, nothing. and you just go through life angry with everybody. You gotta overcome these things. You really do. It's going to make you a better person. It's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you a better person. You got to find your way. There's a lot of things I got to correct, a lot of things that I do that I could be a better man. So I have to sometimes take correction from other people. Sometimes I don't want to hear it. Just like you don't want to hear this. At the same time, I still got to make those necessary adjustments. You got to fine tune your character, fine tune your attitude. Because, your attitude is everything. Like you can't treat people bad. It comes back to you. It really does. You can't be real in America anymore. Have you noticed that? Like, you gotta act like you're happy. You gotta just be fake in order to be like, hey, John, how you doing? Well, I'm doing good. But you're not doing good. But you gotta act like you're doing good. Hey, man, how's your health? Oh, I'm great, man. Hey, doing wonderful. But you're not. You're actually sick. And you're trying to figure out what's wrong with you. That's the world we live in. A lot of you are like this. You're always acting as if though you're happy when inside you're just broken. Just a broken person, man. Lost in the world. Some of you need to cry, man. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Some of you need to really cry and let it out, man. Let out that pain that you're carrying. A lot of you are holding on to a lot of pain, man. And you come to social media to argue and fight and bicker and just make a bunch of noise. And really, when you get off social media, it's like you're just miserable. It's not good. It's not healthy, man. It's not good at all, bro. I'm pretty much done with this Epstein Files stuff. It's probably the last video I'm gonna do. I didn't even do no videos on the Epstein Files, to be honest. I have not really made a video like focusing on it 100%. I probably used the name in my title and talked about it, but after looking at some of those files and the names and various things that was done to kids, that guy was a horrible man. Epstein was a horrible person, man. Very, very wicked, man. Some people think he's still alive. Why would he still be alive? I get it. There was some glitch in some tape or something like that. Maybe he's still alive. Maybe there's a big cover up. But then again, if he's still alive, who's covering it up? And if it is a cover up, don't expect anybody to be held accountable. Nobody's going to ever be held accountable. It's crazy, man. I just want to see justice done, but obviously there's no accountability. It's just a bunch of talk. Everybody's talking on social media. Epstein. Okay, where's the accountability? Because based on what I'm seeing, a lot of kids were sacrificed and used for sexual purposes by a lot of rich men. A lot of kids endured a lot of pain, and it's like nobody's being held accountable. A lot of you talked with your friends at work. You talked to your neighbors about this. You chat in online forums about Epstein Files. When are we going to see accountability? When? Who? What are It's not going nowhere. We're just wasting our time. Everybody's talking about release the files, release this. Files have been released. And nobody's doing anything. All we're doing is hating. Let's hate Trump, guys. Let's just hate Trump. Let's just do that. I'm angry. Well, I'm not subscribing to your channel. You support Trump. Hey, it is what it is, man. I can't help how most people in America are, fam. Some people, it's like, yo. To all you people that hate Trump, this is what I want you to do. I want you to do this. Go to your local gas station next time you want to fill her up. Ask the clerk and everybody in there, you a Trump supporter? If they say yes, don't be a hypocrite and fill up your gas. Just leave. Just leave. Let's see how far you get before your car run out of gas. Let's just be dumb. Let's just live our life based on our own foolishness. Don't go to your local supermarket. Ask corporate. Do you support Trump? Yeah, we support Trump. Okay, I'm not shopping here no more. And don't shop there. Matter of fact, go to your bank. You guys in here, y'all support Trump? Yeah, we support Trump. Okay, I can't bank here no more. Let me take out all my money. Let's waste all of our time. Because that's how stupid most people are. That's where we are right now. I never seen a place like this where everybody is so divided, bro. You're better off moving to a third world country than America. That's how divided America is. This place is sick. The people are sick. We are truly very hateful. There's no way we look good across the world. We look crazy. I don't know, guys. I don't got time for all this hate, man. I just don't got that kind of time, man. I don't got time for all the racism stuff. Who's a racist? I don't got time for all of that, man. This stuff is sick. I don't got that kind of energy, man. I know there is such thing as racists in the world. And what I do know is racists are not just white folk. You got black racists, Asian racists, white racists. There's all types of racists. I just don't got no time for all of that energy. It's too much. You're going to be drained. You know? Imagine how we're being talked about as Americans in other countries. They're looking at us fighting every day. Arguing on social media. We should have just respect for one another. I think that's the key. I think the key is respect, right? Because here's the thing. We're all different. All of you have a different way of living. You come from different backgrounds, probably have different religious beliefs, political beliefs. But we can respect one another. I think that's the key. Meaning, even if me and you differ on certain topics, I can still respect you as a human being, and you can respect me. We just agree to disagree. But to express hatred and just be angry with one another for no reason, I don't even know you from nowhere. That's crazy. I don't got that kind of time. That's just sick. Imagine a world where Americans are killing one another based on their political beliefs. That's worse than religion. In religion, there was a lot of religious wars where people would kill other people because of their religious beliefs. Now, we are hating each other based on political beliefs. It's starting to get real sick, guys. It's starting to get real sick. There was a time when if you believed in Jesus Christ and you were in like another country, I'm not gonna put anybody's belief system on blast because again, I'm not trying to divide or cause wars. But in certain places, if you say, hey, I'm a Christian, it's gonna be a problem. People would just look at you with disgust. They would say shame on you, and in some places they will want to unalive you. Now, if they see you as a Trump supporter in any way, or just a patriot, whatever, you get condemned. They would want to unalive you. That's where we at right now. We're living in dangerous times where people want to unalive you. If you are a Trump supporter, if you're a conservative, yeah, they don't like you. And the answer is why? Why? What did I do to you? What did I do to you personally? What did I do to you? Sick, man. Sick world we live in, man. That's why I hope that people can kind of get something from my videos, whether you agree or disagree. Maybe you walk away with a better outlook on life. Maybe you'll look at me in a different way and be like, damn, even though this guy is a Trump supporter, man, he's not a bad guy. Because again, I don't know you. You could be a great person. Could be a great woman. I don't know you personally. And I refuse to just be disrespectful to you. I just can't. I can't resort to doing all of that stuff because it's just bad karma. You know, I lived long enough to understand that it's not going to get you nowhere. It's just going to make you a miserable person. Just a hateful person to the point where nobody would want to help you. Just a grumpy, miserable person. Have you ever seen somebody like that? A grumpy, miserable being? It's like this person just, I don't know what is wrong with them, man. They had a lot of problems growing up. That's what it is. They have a lot of unresolved issues and they never got the help they need. You know? It's crazy. Yeah, if you walk through a block with the wrong color on, you're in trouble. You know? You can't go to Cali into a certain neighborhood or whatever the case is and you got on this hat. Oh, they'll want to kill you. They'll want to kill you, man. It's like, it's crazy, man. How society is so dumbed down, man. Sometimes it's like all I see outside is just a bunch of NPCs, narcissists, and weirdos, man. You got some people that are scared to talk about politics around people because they're afraid of being attacked. Some of you won't even talk politics with your coworkers because if you do and they find out, oh, you're a conservative, what? So hold up. You didn't vote Democrat? Bro, I can't rock with you no more. That's some sickness. We're sick. And I think that this is what is happening in America right now. We're being divided for a greater purpose. There's some purpose that they're doing and they're dividing America based on political affiliation. Whereas there was a time when if you had a certain religious belief, that would divide people. Now it's based on political belief. It's crazy, man. And a lot of it is tied to Trump. What about when Trump's term is up? His term is up. He's out of office. A lot of you are going to find somebody new to hate. Because it's not about the president. You just hate yourself. That's what's real. Just the real issue is you hate yourself. You're not going to admit it. But the truth of the matter is people who hate people hate themselves. The hate is coming from within. That's what's in your spirit. You know, when you're a person who loves yourself and you have positive energy, you try to distribute that energy onto others. You try to treat people the same way you would like to be treated. But when you express a lot of hate, it's because that's all you got inside. You don't have nothing else to offer. You know, somebody that's bitter inside will only express bitterness. Bitter and sweet, you know, it's something that you have to understand. It's like if your heart is filled with poison, then that's what's in your blood. You know? That's why a lot of times people don't want to touch people if they're bleeding because they don't want their blood to get on them because they might have something you don't want, you know? So being positive the best way to be. So I'm done with the Epstein Files, guys. I just wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit and share my thoughts, kind of share some personal things that I've been through, and hopefully it resonates with the people. You know, I don't expect everybody to take everything I say serious or even like the things that I talk about. I just find that in this life, what matters to me is my family. What matters to me is my solitude, my peace, my relationship with God, and how I treat other people. And that is what I want to be remembered for. Because, you know, in a world like today, it's like you don't even know when your time comes. It's like you don't even know when that day or the hour comes. So it's like you want to kind of be prepared, you know, be prepared, because it's these videos that people will go back and look at. You know, like when I'm gone, it's going to be videos like this. They're going to go back and they're going to listen to, and they're going to be like, damn, this brother was sharing a lot. And it's going to get good replay value, because somebody's going to listen to it and change their life and do better. Hopefully that's what you do, you know. Maybe you're a hateful person. You come across this video, it changes you. Maybe it won't change you. Maybe you'll still remain the same way. But hopefully a seed was planted, and you will cultivate peace in your heart and be a better human to people you don't even like. I'm not your enemy. We don't know each other. We got to stop looking at Americans as enemies because they support Trump. I'm just an American trying to do my part to make America great again, one day at a time. And if making America great again means taking care of my kids, taking care of my wife, being a provider, managing my money, paying the bills, doing what I got to do, then that is a step towards making America great again. And if every man did that, you know, things will get better. But all of this fighting and back and forth over nonsense and worrying about Epstein Files, that's not helping nobody. Bills are not getting paid worried about the Epstein Files. Your kids is not getting educated by worrying about the Epstein Files. We're being distracted from our lives. I know this video impacted many people in a good way. Just be honest with yourself. Overcome your anger issues, overcome the pain, the resentment. Maybe some of you hated your father because he wasn't there. Maybe you resented your mom, and that chip on your shoulder caused you to just be a wicked human, just hateful. And you feel justified in lashing out at people. You don't got to be that way. You could be a better person. So in closing, guys, hopefully somebody get held accountable when it comes to all of this Epstein stuff. As far as I'm concerned, I'm done with it. It's too much. It's too graphic. A lot of the Epstein Files is graphic material. It's just a lot of evil. The man was very wicked, very sick. He's dead. So I think we should move on and stop letting the mainstream media control our minds with this filth, you know? So, yeah, take care, guys. To the people who hate, let me talk to you for a little bit. Hate is energy. Energy comes from within. When you express hate, there's something going on in you. Something that has been hurting you for a long time. Something you have not resolved. It feels good when you hate, doesn't it? It feels good. It makes you feel important, but it's causing you to deteriorate inside. It's hurting you inside because it's not fulfilling you. Because sometimes when you're hating and you're expressing a lot of evil towards someone and they're ignoring you, that's when it hurts you because they're not paying you no mind. They're laughing because they see you trying so hard and you're not getting anywhere with it. And that bothers you. There's a lot of things that you have to figure out in your life. Hopefully this video helped you to figure out how to overcome your own demons, your own struggles. We all got demons that we have to overcome, issues, things we're fighting inside, certain strongholds and unholy alliances. Maybe it's the company you keep. Maybe it's the environment you live in that makes you the way you are. You see, we have to do better. Hopefully you do better. Carry yourself as a better human being and show respect towards others, treat others with respect and kindness. That is why I respect the musician named Yanni. He's my favorite musician of all time. He is a composer, and he traveled the world as a composer, musician, and he had a whole band of other musicians. All of these guys and girls, they're great. All of them. All of them are excellent. And one thing he always spread is love, peace, compassion for other people. And that always resonated with me from my teenage years. I mean, there's a lot of musicians that I been influenced by, but Yanni has been a very, very great inspiration to me as a musician because his music represents love, togetherness. But in America, man, there's just so much hate, man. And I don't know how could people just live like that every day, man. Sometimes you got to experience things for yourself. I always been told that white people are racist all my life. That's all I heard. Oh, white people, yeah, they're racist. They hate you. You're black. They just hate you. And, being that I lived in New York all my life, I was pretty much raised in a predominantly black community. I went to an all-white junior high school and high school. Yes. In Bensonhurst. But then it started to have more blacks that would go to the school and Asians and stuff like that. But I never was, I guess, around or living around white people. When I got into those high schools, or the junior high and the high school, I think that's when I first experienced a racist. I had white kids that would call me N-words and stuff like that when I got into the school. And I can remember when I first heard them use the word against me, I broke the kid's jaw. His teeth came out his mouth. My hand was messed up because I bust my knuckle on his teeth. And it's like at that time, I used to let those words bother me. From junior high all the way to high school. Another white kid did the same thing. He got the same judgment, a busted face. And I'm like, why am I breaking people's faces every time they say these words? And it's because I was programmed to act like an N-word. I was programmed to act like a victim. I was programmed by the community, by the media, to think of myself like I'm less than, and I had something to prove. And then as I matured as a young man in my 20s, I overcame all of that nonsense. I started to read. I started to understand certain things, started to develop. And I realized that's not me. I don't want to be doing that no more. You understand? And when I finally started to interact with different groups of people, I started to see the blessings in other people in terms of the beauty in other cultures, like in the Asian culture. I highly respect a lot of cultures like Chinese, Japanese, certain groups and places in Africa. There's so much to learn from other people. And when you're a racist, you limit yourself because you only focus on you, and you don't realize that there's other people in the world that can be a blessing. A lot of my friends growing up was most likely black, but then again, I had a lot of Asian friends. They were always good with math. You had a lot of Bangladesh men that was in school. They were very good with everything. They never had a failed test. It was just so much. And then when I moved down to the South, you know how they always say, oh, in the South, it's a lot of racists. Now, of course, there's racism. Don't get me wrong. There definitely is. But I met a lot of good people, a lot of good Southern people, Southern hospitality, very kind, warm, welcoming. Even the law enforcement in North Carolina is totally different from New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you have a couple of bad apples here and there, but for the most part, I've seen a lot of different things. I experienced a lot of different things. You got some places out in North Carolina where you have some white women, Southern white women, and they know how to cook very well. And they make some good food. Been to a couple of places. Treated very, very, very fair, very good, very kind. And it's different. It's like you kind of expect the negative, especially when you come from like New York. When you go elsewhere, it's like you almost expect people to be negative, and then you experience something different, and it's just like, wow, I'm here looking at this person like they're up to no good, and the whole time they trying to treat me good. It makes me feel bad because I'm judging them. I'm looking at them and I'm judging them negatively because that's what I'm expecting. See, sometimes you look at people and they're not trying to harm you. You have a negative spirit. You the one that's negative, and you only attract negativity because that's what you put out. And when they show themselves to be of good character, I'm like, wow, this person is a good person. This is a good woman here. It's me. I'm the problem. I'm the problem, man. And a lot of us, we don't want to admit it. I think that's one of the greatest things is pride. Pride is what prevents us from, admitting our faults. It really is. Shout out to Jordan for the $5 support. Says haters lining your pockets. Haters lining your pockets. Not sure what you're saying, but appreciate you supporting. Yeah, man. So you just got to experience things for yourself and not take the word of others. Because sometimes people will tell you, oh, that guy at Ringo TV, oh yeah, he's a horrible person. Well, you don't know me. You would have to experience, understand my character, understand how I am as a man. Hopefully you did in this live stream. Hopefully something I said resonated with you. Hopefully. So that being said, guys, I'm going to get up on out of here. Go take care of some business, get something to eat. And I might go live again later on, and it is what it is. So, to those of you that will never change, I don't know what to say to you. Some of you will never change. I mean, that's okay. I'm not here to save the world. I'm here to be a light to those that listen. That's the wonderful thing about the work that I do, is that I'm not here to save everybody. Some of you are not going to be saved. It was meant for you to be destroyed. But those of you that have ears to hear, you're blessed. To have ears that hear the truth, you're blessed. You're definitely blessed, man. I'm glad I'm awake to listen, and I'm not so stubborn and hard-hearted that I would just turn my eyes and turn my ears off to the truth. So y'all go in peace. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat, everybody that support the shows, everybody that rock with the platform. Get up on out of here. All right? Somebody in the vertical says, give the fake claps, please. Yeah, the fake claps. But guess what? You're viewing. You're here. That's all that matters. I got you viewing. Rate, comment, and subscribe, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out of here. Peace. We out.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.